Alright, so I just got off the bus, started walking, forgot to start recording. I wanted to say something. I was on the bus thinking about what I was going to say. Um, I come to realize that, loyalty is important. I've never really focused much on people's loyalty, but, going through what I'm going through, understanding that loyalty is very rare. Okay, when you've been loyal to someone for 12 years and during those times, that person, even though you're going through things and you tell them, and you're being honest, they ignore you, you pretend like what you're telling them, doesn't mean anything, and then gaslighting you and, lying to you, how that it would be destructive when you betray that person's trust, right? And the person acts like they don't care and be nonchalant and really, cold about it, which is fine, that's them, but don't expect me to remain loyal, even though I was loyal 2 years after. Okay, that's a damn long time. And, for her to tell me that, what she said, hey, what's up, man? I didn't recognize that was you. Right? And then, what she told me, she was like, well, hey, that's how it is, relationship, hey, if I find somebody that I'm interested in, then, your ass out. Literally, that's what she told me. That's the words. And even after all of that, for 2 whole years, I was still loyal, still doing what I need to do, and I'm still doing a lot. And so tonight, she was like trying to tell me that I'm not a good father because I don't watch the kids whenever she wants me to watch them. Okay? And she's like, well, I want to save up for a house and this and that. I said, when we broke up, I said to you, to see a therapist. And I said, I'll watch the kids. You got to pay no babysitter, nothing like that. What's going on, man? I said, you ain't got to pay no babysitter, nothing like that. They gotta come out here. They always get these kids not kids, but young men on the block target me, It's the way it is. So anyway, as I was saying, and I said that, I said, concentrate on you, figure out, because she's like, well, I'm confused about my sexuality and shit like that. I said, well, listen, go to therapy, do all of this stuff. But she didn't want to do that. She wanted to have her fun, do all she has to do, not take care of the kids the way she's supposed to take care of them, messy house. I was still cleaning, cooking, all that stuff, right? My back used to hurt me every single day. I was in so much pain. And now, it doesn't hurt me as much. I'm still in pain. So all these things, camera. All right, so all these things I talked about with her, and I said to her, listen, I don't care who you date. Just know that, when the time comes you gotta date, just don't ask me to babysit the kids. Get a babysitter. And I said, if you want to go with your friends, your girlfriends, it's fine. But she would lie to me, and that's the thing. She would lie to me. And she would, like the one thing I asked her not to do, she would do. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, at this point, sticking to my principles. I've compromised too much, and she has not even once respect me or even be considerate towards my feeling, my time, anything like that. So, it is what it is. Okay, and I have no problems, saying no and stuff, because again, some people cannot self-correct. Some people cannot self-reflect. They have no self-awareness, and when that happens, and at a point in time when I was younger, I was like that. But as you get older, you're supposed to get wiser, right? As you get older, you're supposed to get wise, you're supposed to learn. And particularly me being a TI, I have to be very, very careful with people who I meet and stuff like that. So this is why, again, because, the honey traps that have been set before I realized I was becoming a TI, I was a TI, all this stuff. And so I got to be very, very cautious with people, you know. And like I said, when a person knows that you're going through certain things and you're showing them loyalty, even though you have these episodes where you gotta leave because of the targeting, but you're still back the next day doing, what you normally do, right? And so again, but this is the conditioning of modern day women in particular, and being a TI and being targeted, and how we was targeted, me and her, because she was at one point targeted before she joined, I think, before she joined. Um, because like I said, once they start sending these men her way, it was just to break us up. She went along for that. Like I said, just be honest. Just be honest. If you see, had she been honest with me, we'd have had an amicable breakup. Would have been fine. I would have no problems. But because of the disloyalty, because of the stab wound in the back that doesn't heal, because when people keep stabbing you in the back, you know, constantly, how you expect to heal? So people keep engaging in psychological operations against you. How are you supposed to heal psychologically? You can't. And even when they stop, you still can't heal 100%, because you can never, uh, 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 you know, glue the pieces together and make it look like it was before. No, the pieces it's already broken, and you can see the cracks. That's the best analogy I can put on that. Okay, but like I said, when it's continuously done over and over, it doesn't stop. Particularly how when they microwave us. Like even tonight, again, my daughter, my son started doing the palm fixation drill also, because again we're being microwaved, and I recognize that. And like I said, I don't accuse her of targeting me like that. I rarely do it, put it like that. I'm not going to say I completely stop, but I rarely do it now, because I understand. So only when it gets so intense that I will say something to her to stop. Like when she keep walking back and forth in the living room doing palm fixation drill and stuff like that. And when I walk in the kitchen, she's looking at my head, or she's looking at the window. Every time I walk in, she'll turn around, look at the window, or she'll look at my head, not looking at me face to face, but looking up, on top of my head. So I said to them, I'll say something, but it has to get to that extreme. Kind of like when I do my videos. You guys see me do videos throughout the night, when I'm doing like 5 or 6 videos, because of the remote no monitoring and the car honking and the sirens. It gets to you. So you know what I'm saying. So anyway, so as I left her apartment, I got on the bus. Like I said, they started targeting me, people out on the street wearing the color black, all this stuff, right? And listen, I don't really care. Like I said, I've always said to her, what my concern is that whoever you're dating, if it interferes with you being able to take care of your kids the way they're supposed to, then I have to be concerned. Okay, but I don't really care. And I know they think that I do, because again, there are certain theories that I like to test out, or certain things I like to do to see their reaction, and they always follow the same pattern, the same trend. And I'm not going to discuss it now. But in the future, I'll discuss it. Because the one thing, like I said, I do is I study this program, study how they make you feel, the psychological manipulation, how to use the people around you, what it is that they do, how to use family members, stuff like that, and how when they try to prevent you from speaking, like for example, and this always happens whenever, like when it comes to close to me receiving my disability, they'll start using the teenagers in the house, right? So my brother's daughter, who's 18, who lives with us, and then my niece's daughter, who comes over to watch my niece, she's like 29 or 30 years old, her son, how they'll start, like even in the middle of the night, I come out my bedroom, they'll come out in the hallway, like particularly my brother's daughter, whenever I come out my bedroom, go to the bathroom, I'll tell you, no lie, 7 times out of 10, she comes out of the bathroom, she has her shirt up, just have underwear on. And I said to her, listen, you need to stop doing that. You need to put on some pants and stop doing that. And then, I got to get into an argument with her about, because she's like, you can't tell me what to do with my body. I said, it's about respect. I'm your uncle. It's about respect. And this is what kids are not being taught today. They're not being taught respect. And why? Because of these. I'm my sister, who's a grandmother. I talk to her about it all the time, but she does nothing. She says nothing. And this is why, again, when you look at in the black community, kids being raised by single mothers, okay, that because the women that live with me, my niece and my sister, they're older than her, and they should be correcting her, but they don't. Why? Because because they don't say anything. And this is what I'm talking about. This their generation is going to be worse off than the generation before them. Okay, this is what they don't understand because they don't want to believe in truth, and they don't want to look at the reality. They're all living in this fantasy and this delusional mindset that they have been conditioned into, and they really have to wake up, because when you look at statistics in terms of black children being raised by a single parent, which the mom in the home, not to say that the dads are not involved, but the kids reside with the mother. Even when the dads are involved, the kids, they fare better, but it's not as if they had two parents in the household. Then it would be the best situation, the best scenario for the children. The children would do a whole of a lot better. But when it's just single mothers alone, the children do worse, and their single mothers are more in poverty than any other group of women. Okay, particularly within the black community. And this is what they don't understand. But because they've been conditioned with this fun mentality, they don't think about those things. They just think about having fun, and that's it. Anyhow, I will talk to you guys in the next video, and I'll see you when I see you. When you were sending that dude to, I don't know if you were program his mind to say whatever you want to say, but I can't wait to meet you. I really do want to meet you. Okay, or yous, or whoever. I'm using the word, you guys, what have you. I really do. I would appreciate it if you come. I really do. Okay, because again, uh, I'm not running anywhere. Okay, I'm not running anywhere. I want to look in your eyes. I want to face you, and then I want to have my day in court. Okay, that's what I want to do, because I'm going to sue your ass. I'm going to make sure that everyone involved going to do the perp walk. Okay, so please come. I'll see you guys in the next video.